All right, this is Kevin Van Dam, and this is at the end of the first fishing of the Angler of the Year. You're in third place. You caught your fish deep on Lake Jordan. How deep were they, and how were they biting, and how were you catching them, Kevin?
Well, the fish that I was fishing for were related to the main lake. I was primarily fishing for the spotted bass, and what was critical for me was the current out there. You know, later in the day, they would generate some current from the dam, and that would position those fish on some deeper structure. I was fishing some offshore humps and points and things like that, and the current would just put those fish down on the bottom. You know, when there was no current, I think they just suspend and roam around and really not relate to the structure at all. So, and they weren't feeding. So once they start generating a little bit of current, you know, I was throwing a Strike King Series 6 XD crankbait and really covering that 15 to 20 foot zone. You know, the water temperatures being in the 90s, those fish definitely wanted that little cooler water, a little deeper, and that was critical.
What kind of retrieve were you using, Kevin?
I was retrieving the bait pretty fast with a lot of stop and starts. I want to hit the rocks and stuff on the bottom and let the bait kind of ricochet around, and that would trigger a lot of strikes. But even if I wasn't hitting the bottom, fishing it over a little deeper water, I would just kind of stop and start it a lot. I mean, these fish were not actively feeding, so you had to do something to trigger a reaction strike on them.